Hello, boys and girls, gamers, modders, creatives. This is the Underdawg here. Today we are setting up GTA 5 for modding. So if you are new to modding, not sure where to begin, this is the place for you. There are a few things that you're gonna need before start downloading mods and installing them. And these essentials are what we are after today. So this might be a longer one. Grab yourself something to drink, keep it in a safe distance from your keyboard, from your setup. Let's get started. So, welcome back. I have myself a freshly installed version of GTA 5. It's always good to start fresh, start new, so we can do everything together. So I can show you how I do things. First of all, you have to it depends on where you get your game from, but you need to find the place where your game is installed, and you can do that like this in Steam. You go to manage, after you click right click on your game and go to browse local files, and this is basically the folder where all the GTA 5 files are. It could be a good idea to just bin that, have it bin to quick access, and then I did that already, and then you have it here, and then you can just always come back to it quickly. So as we said, what we're gonna need are these few things that almost every mod requests you to have, especially things like Gameconfig, Scripthookv. This is a new configuration for the game because the game is so old. It was made in the 90s or so. Not in the 90s, but anyway, so these mods are a little bit heavy and the game wasn't meant to load so much content. So these are some ways around it. It's very important, it's very essential. You can find the links for all of these downloads in the description. So we're gonna go ahead and download them, and starting with OpenIV, I'm gonna download that and choose a place where you keep them all together so we can embed them there. This is the OpenIV. Hit download on that. Here's the community Scripthookv, Scripthookv 5, whatever you want to call it. If you hit download that, it takes you to this GitHub link. Always make sure you're downloading the latest release. So it says here latest release, and you go and download this zip file, save that. Also we're gonna need a backfile limit adjuster. Also you can find the link in the description. It appears like this. Hit download, takes you here, download that as well. We also gonna need a heap adjuster, which is basically, this is the page that you will find. This is basically will give you control on how much RAM your game has. You can allocate more RAM for your game through it. Menu, Gameconfig. Gameconfig is very important, and it can be a little bit tricky. Sometimes can crash your game, so but we talk about that later. But this is really important for downloading vehicles and so many things. Yep. So let me check. Yeah, OpenIV, Gameconfig, Scripthookv, Scripthook.net. Did we download this? Make sure. Yeah. Heap adjuster, bike file adjuster. Oh, we're gonna need NativeUi as well. So let's find that one. I always like to write like NativeUi latest, but usually it takes you just to the releases here. And again, here you see this is the latest release. You download it from here, save that. Guys, always read the wikis that come with these things. Here also in menu or the other in Scripthookv and stuff like that. There's always instructions and recommendations. It's better that you read them, and especially when you start downloading different mods, because they can conflict with each other sometimes. So be aware of that. Don't just follow any tutorial without reading anything, because like what I have in my game could be different from yours. So please keep that in mind. Okay, now that we have everything installed here, we're gonna go ahead and extract these zip files and have them on the ready, and then we are ready to start installing them. So I'll do that and come back to you. All right, so now that we have everything extracted and ready, we can start actually installing them. We don't need these anymore. You can go ahead and delete them. Don't delete the OpenIV. Leave that there. All right, so first we're gonna install OpenIV. When we download OpenIV, it only gives you this exe file, and all you have to do is to like follow the instructions, run that one, choose your language. You can read this. It's a shorter one, unusual. Accept the agreements. Choose when you want to install it, your path. I leave it where it is. And let it start installing. Right, so it's complete and successful. You will have this here. It works with different games, so just choose your game and choose the file location. So this is basically, you need, as we said before, if you have pinned that, it is there. You can find it, the Grand Theft Auto. So this is basically the path that you need. Just like guide your application here. So here it is, same folder, and select it, and now it can find it and press continue. All right, so this is very important actually. If you want, you can basically like just copy the entire game, so you have another clean version with no mods. I used to do that. I don't have much space now. You can like copy that and paste it down here with another name, folder name, and then you can run the game normally, the vanilla game. If you just want to play GTA modded just offline, then it's fine. You press continue, and now it starts doing thing. Wait for it to finish, and you're almost done. All right, so here it is. Now you can basically unpack these files, for example, that you normally cannot do. This contain many things that you will be changing later. You need to have edit mode on if you want to edit anything, copy, paste, replace files. You have to have that on. It's safer, so you don't change anything by accident. So if you want to edit anything, you just hit that, and now changing will be automatically saved. So this is why you need to press it, so you don't change anything and then you regret it later, no? All right, so there are a couple of things that you need to do. First of all, this is very important. Now, when you want to change any of these, it will ask you to copy them to mods folder, or you have to change the settings. So Basically, you normally would do like copy to mods folder, because now you have a mods folder. It will appear here. But first we need to install this very important plugin, which is ASI Manager. It's if this doesn't appear, you can find it here. It's called ASI Manager. You press that, and then here it is. I recommend that you install all of these. Wow, it installed all of them. Usually you have to do it one by one, because these are the ones that will load the ASI files that you're gonna have for your mods later on. You don't really need open camera, but it's good. I like it, so I keep it. And this is basically it for now. Again, if you want to edit any of these, if you hit copy to mods folder, you know, and now you will have mods folder here, and here's another copy of that same file, the original file that's outside. So now you can make changes here, and you wouldn't totally crash the game, you know, because in case anything happened, you can basically come back here, delete this folder, and then all your mods are gone, and you can still run the game, you know. So this is what this is doing. Yeah, so that's that for now. We'll leave this here, and then we'll move to the next step, which is downloading the Gameconfig. But before we do that, if you go back to the page where we downloaded Gameconfig from, you can see that it is important that you download heap adjuster and bag file limit adjuster. So let's do that first, and then we can go download the Gameconfig. So back to our mods folder, or the folder that we made where we have all our mods. You go to the heap adjuster. So basically what you need is just copy these two and have them pasted in your game folder. Again, here in the main directory. Just like so, like this. Copy that. Come here and hit paste. And now you can see that you have this ini file. So this is the vanilla. This is the heap that the game usually have, the amount of RAM that is allocated to it. You can basically change it manually. You can like write, I will do 2000 and then save that. And now it's 2000. Then now you have more RAM allocated to your game. I heard sometimes that if you have like much higher than this, more than 2000, it will cause problems. I once had it on like 10,000. I had some problems, but I had so many mods, so I'm not sure if that was the problem. So stay on the safe zone, keep it on 2000, it's fine. Normally this is enough for the mods that you want to run. Now let's go back and have the back file limit adjuster, and it's the same, just have these two and copy them and have them pasted in the same folder. Paste it here. So we have these here. And now while we're at it, we can also download the Scripthookv and the Scripthook.net. So let's do that next. And then we go back to the game config, we run the game, and we check if everything is working fine. Let's go again to our beloved folder. So I think it was called, no, it's called Scripthookv. It's not here. Alright, so apparently we forgot to download the Scripthookv, so we can easily do that. Again, links in the description. Follow the link, you will find this. Hit download to take you to this page. And again, always make sure you have the latest version, especially for this one, because it's so important to keep it updated. Sometimes if your game crash, maybe this is the first thing you can check alongside the Gameconfig. Hit download, same folder, gonna save that. Show in folder, hit extract. Okay, and now we have it here. So to download this, why I keep saying download it, to install this, you need to copy these two files. I mean, you can have this trainer. This is basically a symbol trainer. It's a menu, like menu that we're gonna download later on. There are other, there are a few of these. Like you have symbol trainer and the advanced trainer, I think. So it's a personal preference. I don't need it. I'm gonna have something else installed. If you want it, you can have it with them. Just copy these and go back to your Grand Theft Auto file directory, paste it there. Yeah, I already had one of the files, so let's just replace it. And this is Scripthookv downloaded, installed. We can now go back and have Scripthookv.net. And now this can be a little bit confusing, but you can always go back and check the instructions. So here they tell you, I don't think anyone is running Windows version that is lower than Windows 10 anymore. But if you do, you need these things and you have links to download them. You don't need them if you have Windows 10. You need to have the latest Scripthookv, which we already have. And then all we need to do is to copy these 3 files to your game directory. So come back here, here. So these are, if I could just catch this, okay, forget it. So these are Scripthookv.net, and then 2, and then 3, ASI, and the others are DIL. So this, this, and this. Copy these back to your game directory and paste them here. Now, since we are here, there's an important folder that we're gonna need later for all these scripts that you can download for your games. Create a new folder and just call it scripts. All lowercase, and leave it there. And then we'll move to the next step, which is downloading the Gameconfig. And here is the first time we're gonna need OpenIV. It comes in handy. So let's go there. Let's go to the folder that we had for all the mods. And Gameconfig here. So now here you have different versions of the game. Basically you need to find, here are older versions. So you need to know what version is your game before you download it. So this one is for the latest version, I believe. This one for older versions. If you have a copy of GTA that is not regularly updated, you have an older one, you need to check this. Now, how do you know the version of your game? It's actually very easy. Go back to your game folder, find the GTA 5 EXE and properties, go to details, and here it is. Here's your product version. So this is 1.02372.2. And if we come back here, this is basically it. This is the latest one. All right. If you have any older versions, you can find them here. Now, inside this folder, you also have like different traffic and bits. These are like, it's up to you. I use this stock traffic, but you can also have different kinds of traffic, like less traffic or more traffic. I'm just gonna go for the stock version, and here's the Gameconfig file. So now to have that installed to your game, you're gonna need to find it. So if we open OpenIV again, so what you need is GTA 5, go to update RBF, and go to common data, and then it should be here. Gameconfig.xml. So here's the one. This is the basic game configuration that comes with the game. It's highly recommended that you take that somewhere, like save it, export it somewhere else, find a folder. I'm gonna go to desktop, to the same folder that is mod, and I'm gonna make a new folder, call it backup. And select this folder. And now I have the original version saved here. So in case it messes up my game, I can just put it back in. So now what you need to do is activate edit mode. Say yes. And see, it's asking you to copy it to the mod folder. Say yes. And now what you are doing is you're changing things inside your mods folder. So there's this update folder, that is the original. We're not doing any changes to this anymore. And there's the one that is run from the mods. Now you go to the game config that we wanted to copy. Again, the one we chose from your version of the game. And then you can so if you look here, see, deep. And that's it. Now we can actually run the game and check if everything is working fine. And then we can come back. It's recommended that every time you download new mod or whatever changes you do to the game, run it and check if everything is working, because like if you have so many mods installed without checking that the game is crashing, then you will not know what caused the problem. So do it in stages. It's much better than having to go and redo everything. So I'm gonna run the game and get back to you when it starts. Right, so we're in the game now. Now to check if your Scripthook is working, actually is Scripthook, community Scripthook, like if you press F4, you can always change the shortcuts as well. But usually if there is any problems with the directory or with the scripts, you will see it here. It will give you a warning. And then if not, then it should be working. There are also a few commands that you can write here. Maybe we're gonna do another tutorial about that later on. But now, like, the game is working, no problem. And that's a success so far. Now we can go ahead and continue with the other mods. Oh, I have a lot of drop in frame rate because I'm recording and playing, I guess. Okay, everything works fine. Let's go back and continue and download maybe menu right now, so we can see the power of modding GTA. All right, so now we can go ahead and download one last thing, which is NativeUi, maybe menu after that, but yeah, NativeUi is important as well. This is a mod that doesn't really do anything, like you don't have a menu for it or something, but it is essential for mods that use menus, so that the menus were, especially the ones that use NativeUi to create their menus. So you have to have it for these mods to work. And again, you have the link in the description. You go to releases and make sure you're downloading the latest one. In this case, it's 1.9.1. And then you can download this one here. Did we already download this one? Oh yeah, we have it. Okay, so no need. Okay, so we downloaded that, go releases, and then you need to take these two and put them in the scripts folder that we created before. So if we go back to our game directory here, and we have created a scripts folder. If you haven't yet, then do that. Open that up, take these two, and just drop them there, or copy paste them if you want to keep them, but no need. And that's about it. I think we've done enough for today. I'm gonna leave menu to the next video, where we have to, like, we can install some other very important and very requested mods. We can do that in another episode. I'm gonna unstar menu for now, and then in the next episode we're gonna be installing some other mods. And yeah, please, if this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, hit that like button and click subscribe, so you keep updated where we can download all these bad boys here. Also, your comments are highly appreciated. If you have trouble with any specific mod, or you want me see me installing anything specific, let me know and I will try to address that in the next episode. But until then, stay safe and have a pleasant one. See you next time.